I'm very happy to be here with you, and welcome again to our 21st International Workshop on Neonatology and Pediatrics. The room is full of people, of young people, full of friends. Especially, I'm very happy to guest our foreign speakers from many countries. Only a few slides just to underline the beauty of Cagliari, the beauty of our region. These are the cover of the programs of the previous years, and these are the names of the more than 330 people coming from all the countries of the world, 60 countries of the world. These are the countries of the presentation of abstracts. This is the list of all the participants, the speaker, more than 1,000 people. Just 3 slides. The first meeting in October 2004, the hotel was not finished, so it was held in the International Exhibition Fair of the region Sardinia. The most important meeting we have organized here, the 15th International Workshop on Neonatology, together with the 40th Congress Union, Middle East and Mediterranean Pediatric Society. At that time I was president of the society. And the last year meeting with participants from many countries, even from India, from the United States, and other, Germany and other countries. This is the meeting of today, very complex to organize for me. And yesterday we started with the first day of the meeting, a meeting of research, a meeting on autism spectrum disorders, especially also of parents in streaming with all the population, with thousands of participants on streaming. And as you can see, the table of the presidents of the Balkanian Society of Pediatrics and Neonatology. The proceedings are online. You can control free of charge. They are available free of charge in the journal of which I'm the editor-in-chief. And everybody can follow the speakers and read the abstract. I want to thank the region Sardinia and the city of Cagliari and all the institutions in the international and national scientific society who gave their patronage to this meeting. Of course, I want to thank all the companies that gave their non-conditioning contribution. Without their support, we could not be here to work together and to try to improve the health of our newborns and children. You can see the cover of this year's program was created by artificial intelligence by the father of a newborn who was admitted in our neonatal intensive care unit. And so we decided to put it in the cover of the program of this year. I want to thank all of my collaborators, especially those who are working now with the neonatal intensive care unit. Again, without that support, I could not be able to do anything. Again, I want to thank Cassiopeia, especially Maria Teresa Sol, Luisa Serra, Claudia Clemenza, who made possible the coming here for a lot of people from many countries. And the T-Hotel, in particular, the General Director Carmine Iezza, but also Salvatore Busso and Ivano Ezzi. And benvenuti a Cagliari, you're welcome here. Good workshops and buon congresso. And now I ask to the authorities to come and give their greetings, starting from the Vice President of the Regional Council of the Sardinia region, Giuseppe Frau. I ask also to Claudia Sbaffi to come here, if necessary, for the translation, if you want.
Buonasera a tutti, è per me un grandissimo piacere partecipare a questo congresso internazionale. Per me è il secondo anno di partecipazione, lo faccio veramente molto volentieri e porto i saluti miei e dell'intero Consiglio regionale della Sardegna. Sono orgoglioso di, in qualche modo, come rappresentante delle istituzioni regionali, di darvi il saluto per un congresso che è arrivato alla 21esima edizione, che, come caro professor Fanos, ho visto anche nelle immagini e nella platea, ospita partecipanti da oltre 10 nazioni di tutto il mondo, e questa è una cosa bellissima. Medici, ricercatori e operatori tutti uniti da un unico scopo, quello della cura e del benessere dei nostri bambini, che sono il bene più prezioso che abbiamo, in un momento tra l'altro così difficile, di guerre nel mondo dove tanti bambini purtroppo vengono colpiti e a volte uccisi. Un ringraziamento particolare a lei, professor Fanos, senza la cui energia, senza il cui impegno, tutto questo non sarebbe stato possibile. Insieme al suo team, le energie che avete speso e che spendete tutti i giorni per la cura dei nostri bambini e per portare alto il nome dell'Università di Cagliari e della sanità sarda in tutto il mondo, in un campo così importante come quello della pediatria e della neonatologia. Un ultimo pensiero a voi, perché so che questo congresso e gli workshop che sono presenti nel congresso ormai da molti anni hanno avuto il patrocinio del Presidente della Repubblica per tantissimi anni, oltre 6, e anche dell'UNICEF, e questo è un altro grande merito che voi avete. Concludo i miei saluti augurandovi buon lavoro e dando il benvenuto a Cagliari a tutti i partecipanti, certo che potranno godere in questi giorni e magari in futuro della bellezza della nostra bellissima Cagliari e della nostra bellissima Sardegna. Benvenuti a tutti.
Ora una piccola traduzione per tutti gli ospiti internazionali. Good evening everyone. It is with great pleasure that I took the floor to convey the greetings of Governor Alessandra Todde, himself, Giuseppe Frau, and the Regional Councilor of Sardinia to this International Neonatology and Pediatric Congress in Cagliari, now in its 21st edition. Today, on this significant occasion, which has been repeated for so long, we have the opportunity to see doctors, researchers, and healthcare professionals from over 10 countries come together, united by a single purpose, the well-being and the health of the children around the world, which has unfortunately been so dramatically violated in this period. Sardinia has a great pediatric tradition, and on this Congress is the first step. Our regional council wishes to further strengthen our pediatric facilities and professionals. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the organizers, in particular Professor Vassilios Fanos, without whose commitment and dedication this event would not have been possible. Thank you for investing your time, energy, and resources to create such a rich and stimulating permanent platform for discussion, which will allow us to share experiences, new scientific discoveries, and innovative solutions to address the challenges and that the field of medicine, and in particular neonatology and pediatrics, continues to present us. I would like to thank each one of you, especially the distinguished speakers from many countries and the numerous presidents of national and international committees and societies for choosing to be here today. Your presence testifies the passion you all put into your work and your shared desire to improve the life of young patients. I've carefully read the extremely rich program. This Congress represents an extraordinary opportunity to discuss critical issues such as prevention, early diagnosis, new therapies, and the importance of multidisciplinary care that focuses on the child and his or her family. The sharing will enrich you professionally, but I hope also personally. I was very impressed that the workshop have received the high patronage of the President of the Italian Republic for 6 years and UNICEF for 4 years, as well as many awards. One last thought, I invite you to take the opportunity to visit the extraordinary beauty of our city and region, where I hope you will return to spend some future and fascinating vacation. Good luck and good work to everyone.
Thank you so much. That is one of our fellows, School of Pediatrics. Now it's a great pleasure for me to ask to Armando Bartolazzi, who is Councilor for Hygiene, Health and Social Welfare of the Sardinia region, to come here. With him we discussed for a long time about the future of pediatrics in Sardinia with many colleagues who are present in the audience. So please.
Thanks, Professor Fanos. Good evening. I'm here to convey greetings from the regional government of Sardinia and congratulate with you for this interesting meeting. I would like to thank Professor Vassilios Fanos, for organizing this important international workshop on neonatology and pediatrics in Cagliari. This is particularly important for us because we are going to create a comprehensive children hospital in Sardinia. This is an important point. In this hospital, in which research activity and clinical practice will be strongly integrated. The present workshop brings together clinical and scientific expertise in pediatrics and neonatology with the contribution of distinguished international speakers. I consider the research field of omic science extremely exciting, in particular the metabolomic. This approach will likely provide in the near future specific molecular signatures that could contribute to improve diagnosis and also treatment of specific pathological conditions. It is my deep belief that the creation of clinical scientific context in which research activity complements the clinical practice is the best way to approach complex disease. I would therefore like to thank the organizer of this workshop and all the distinguished speakers who will contribute to the success of this event. I wish everyone a good meeting and welcome to Sardinia.
Thank you so much for your kind words for being here for us and for the perspectives, the new perspectives for the future of the children's health in our region. Now it's the time for Professor Luigi Zorcolo, who is a professor of surgery and the head of my department, University Department. Thank you for being here with us.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today at the 21st International Workshop on Neonatology and Pediatrics. I'm the director of the Department of Surgical Science, which also includes the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit led by Professor Fanos. And I'm here to convey the greetings from our department and also from the rector of the University of Cagliari, who was unfortunately unable to attend this ceremony. I would like to thank Professor Vassilios Fanos, Professor S.I.N, and the entire organizing committee for their kind invitation, and most of all for the extraordinary work that year after year brings Cagliari to the center of international pediatrics. This Congress is not only a moment of scientific excellence, recognized worldwide, but also a human and professional meeting point that unites generation of physicians, researchers, and students with a shared goal to improve the care and quality of life of our children. My father was a pediatrician, so I grew up with the idea of becoming like one of you. But then I changed my mind. I fell in love with surgery, and so I'm a surgeon, not a pediatrician. But it's another story. Now, as director of the Department of Surgical Science, I'm particularly proud to see how this workshop fully embodies the spirit of our department, a place where research, technology, and clinical practice come together to ensure the best possible care for all the patients, and especially for newborns and children. Today, surgery, pediatrics, and neonatology speak an increasingly common language, one made of innovation, metabolomics, and artificial intelligence, in the perspective of a medicine that is even more personalized, capable of adapting to the unique characteristic of each patient from the very first hours of life. With this spirit, I wish you all a fruitful Congress, days of dialogue and growth, and certainly that from this meeting, new ideas and collaboration will arise, all in the service of science and, above all, of our smallest patients. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, for your words, and we discovered that you have in your genome some genes related to pediatrics. Now it's the turn of Professor Gabriele Finco, who is a professor of anesthesiology. He is General Health Director of the Azienda Ospedaliera Universitaria di Cagliari, was immediate past dean of our faculty, so it's very important people for our town, for our region. And we worked together in Verona, and finally we became adopted Sardinian people.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, dear friend, Professor Vassilios Fanos, welcome to Cagliari again this year. I bring greetings from the University Hospital Cagliari, from me, and from the Commissioner, Dr. Vincenzo Serra. This meeting now represents a stable event of your scientific society, thanks to the brave Professor Vassilios Fanos. He certainly represents a great opportunity for cultural exchange in the field of neonatology and pediatrics, and our University Hospital company wants to support it, at least morally. Neonatal intensive care and neonatology units represent the flagship of our hospital and are considered high-level facilities. Thank you, Professor Fanos, and thank you to everyone who participated in the realization of this important event. Best wishes to all you, with the confidence that it will allow many young and no longer young doctors and nurses to refresh here their professionalism. Happy workshop, everyone, and good evening.
Thank you so much for being here for many years. And now is the turn of the President of the Board of Physicians and of the province of Cagliari, Emilio Montaldo, who joined us also last year. Thank you.
I will be very short. I wrote anything down, so I am sure not to bore you, or to be too long or too short. And good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Vassilios Fanos and the whole organization who invited me to give you a welcome to this interesting international workshop. In my opinion, pediatrics is one of the most important medical disciplines. And I will tell you why. As we all know, the first 1,000 days after the birth of a child must be considered crucial for the health during its entire life. So it remains mandatory to assure good quality pediatric care for each newborn and child from the very beginning. An annual workshop like this one that treats very important and current topics is indispensable to give a wider view of the state of the art of this science. By now, we are at the 21st workshop here in Cagliari, organized by Professor Vassilios Fanos. And I am very glad to say that it's really a beautiful achievement. Let me say that I am very honored to convey my personal greetings, including those of the Provincial College of Physicians in Cagliari. I wish you good and fruitful work and a pleasant stay here in our town. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words. And this meeting has three co-presidents. The first one, Professor Massimo Agosti, President of the Italian Society of Neonatology. He was with us until this morning, but he has to join the President of the Lombardy region, and so gave his greeting this morning. Now, I ask to Professor Yorgos Mitsiakos from Thessaloniki, Saloniko, who's in the audience. Professor Georgina Kuli is here, because, thank you, to give your greetings. Professor Georgina Kuli is President of the Albanian Society of Pediatrics, who's Professor of Pediatrics and Infectious Disease, head of the department in Tirana.
I was not prepared for this, but I will show only 3 slides.
Okay. There is suspense.
Cannot see. Give me a little bit of glasses.
I anticipate to you that after the talk of Professor Georgina Kuli, we will have 20 minutes of music with the saxophones. And Plato wrote that music is the best of all form of education. So I ask you to remain, because we have a quartet of saxophone playing music for us.
So thank you very much once more of being here and sharing so important experience with well-known experts of all over the world and all over the countries. We appreciate very much the invitation of Professor Fanos and the creation of this session of Balkan countries, and considering the fact that especially for Albania and many other countries, Italy has been, as we say, terra promessa, because we came from a very long period of severe dictatorship, which we cannot dream that we can come and discuss with our Italian colleagues. We just saw in hidden way the Italian television, who keep alive our hopes, who give information about this country so near, so far from us, which was Italy, and it was the only window that we have all over the world. But it's a country that we have so similarity, so common history, so relations in scientific work, in social work, in nowadays even the policy, and Italy supporting even the negotiation of Albania of entering in EU. But I think the best mission for entering Albania in EU is the mission of pediatricians, because pediatricians are all in the protection of child health, of the children, and they have the children and the health have no religion, no borders, no disparities, but they have the right to be equal all over the world, to be free and to have their beautiful dreams to see realized. Thank you very much for everything that you have done for this collaboration and for improving of medicine and pediatrics in our country. Thank you very much. Just to say, I have 3 slides, but I don't find now because it was not for this. The first one was the first meeting of Albanian pediatricians with pediatricians of Institute of Bullo Garofalo in Trieste in '93. Then we have some slides of the last our Congress with participation as Professor Fanos, Professor Vandemia, and other important figures of Italian scientists. And the third one was an SMS that I received from one of my patients, which has been hospitalized with Kawasaki disease. And I will find and send to Professor Fanos, because he has wear, without knowing, a T-shirt of Inter, and saying Forza Italia. So it was just a coincidence, very beautiful coincidence, but I will send you, I cannot find there. Thank you once more to everything.
so much. Now I ask you, Professor Angelica Dessi, to come here and present the music moment.
Good evening. It's a pleasure for me to introduce the musical moment with the saxophone quartet. The saxophone quartet is a charming and versatile ensemble capable of ranging across different musical genres, from classical to jazz, from contemporary to pop. The ensemble that will perform this evening is a newly formed quartet composed of students from the saxophone class at the Cagliari Conservatory. Letizia Castronovo on soprano saxophone, Francesco Maria Musiu on alto saxophone, Elisabetta Lampis on tenor saxophone, and Valentina Spada on baritone saxophone. The program includes selections of pieces that will highlight the different nuances and expressive possibilities of this instrument, which has been so important over the last 2 centuries. So, enjoy this music.